It's finally out. We got the trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu, the next installment in the great long line of Star Wars movies. And look at this. All right, what we're gonna do is we're going to take a look at this trailer and analyze it frame by frame and see all the details we can find in every frame that is in the whole goddamn trailer. Well, so far we know that the Razor Crest is back, and Sigourney Weaver is a ranger in this movie, and well, Mandalorian and Grogu was retired the last time we saw him, and now they're back in action for somehow. And even the Razor Crest is back. So what are we going to see here? Let's find out. We will look into this. There's so much detail, so much stuff from the old. Look at this. This is from the old prototype AT&T. We're going to take a look at each of this, and then we're going to go, and I think this is going to be so exciting. All right, so let's go from the start, and well, what is that? So we're all right, so starting from the beginning, we are looking at some kind of a beach. Do we know where this is? Is this the same place where the Mandalorian would go get his mission? I mean, we don't know the name of that location. People just call it the New Republic Outpost. Is this it? We are seeing coconut trees and a bunch of bunkers. It's not really clear from here, but it seems familiar. But what we are more interested in is with this Razor Crest. Somehow the Razor Crest returned. Is this the old ship that was rebuilt, or was this something new? Well, we know it got the new yellow stripes around here. It does look like the old Razor Crest, but we know that the old Razor Crest was blown up entirely to bits and there's nothing left. But we know that the Razor Crest is actually a mass-produced ST-70 assault ship. So maybe Djarin found a new used one that he could use, and now he's flying around with it. And it's got the yellow stripe, which has become the unique identifier from the N1 starfighter that you used before. But here we are. So we don't know where that is. And look at that. Father and son together again. Or they have always been together. And looks like that's a scope. I'm not familiar with this scope, but I don't think this was from Djarin's rifle. It may be some other rifle that they scavenged throughout the story, and looks like this was the same beach. And are they in the same beach that we saw them before? This beach. Is this the same place? Are they stalking out someone around this base somewhere, or what? I don't know. But we're gonna figure it out. Let's go through it and see if we can catch anything else. And the cut to is not, absolutely not, the view from this scope here. This is a monoscope. It has one hole to look through, and we are looking at one of those binocular thing that, you know, they use in Star Wars. There's so many kinds of it. I don't know what. There is so many kinds of these binocular scopes and viewers. I don't know what type it is. So if anyone can identify the make and model, let me know. But what do we have here? We got stormtroopers guarding after a speeder. I wonder whose speeder this is. I have no identification of what make and model this is. If anyone know what this is, let me know in the comment. But I also don't see a droid in it. So sometimes these speeders have droids on it to drive them, but no, this might be someone who's going or delivering something to this building, and they are looking through it. So maybe, just maybe, because they place these two shots back to back, are they implying that the Mandalorian and Grogu is looking for someone somewhere? And it couldn't be Babu Frik. Maybe they are looking for Babu Frik for help, but we are having a Babu Frik because people love Babu Frik. That's the one thing that everybody, haters or not, from the sequel trilogy, just can't seem to shut up about. They keep talking about Babu Frik, the repair guy, and they are in a sewer, and we know this is a tiny sewer because it's only that big, and Babu Frik was about that big, and you know, he's a tiny guy, and they are walking together with the goddamn baby. So it's about, what is it? 1.5 times Grogu's height. So tunnel is maybe about that tall. It's not that, it's not a very big tunnel, not very big sewer, and we know it's an active sewer because there's sewer water. People just walk in sewer water like it's nothing, but these are sewage water. They're number 1 and number 2 excrements and everything in there. It must have smelled very bad, but I don't think the Baby Yoda care about it at all by the looks of it. But they found something. Wait a minute. What's going on in the back? Something is lighting him up from the back here. As he walks by, a light comes. So was there someone behind them chasing after them? Maybe they got discovered after this? I don't know. But there's another thing. See it? See it? What is this? It seems to be something round and made of metal. Is this Grogu's lightsaber? It certainly looks like the tip of a lightsaber, you know, one of those half cylinder thing that protrudes at the tip of lightsabers, like in Luke's lightsaber. You got a little bit of round half, it's not spherical, what is it? Half cylindrical thing that protrudes out of like Luke's lightsaber. You remember that? Is this Grogu's lightsaber? Is he getting a lightsaber? Holy crap, wait a minute. Can we see anything else? No, that's it. It looks like he's carrying something on his belt. He is definitely carrying something on his belt. What is that? We got Sigourney Weaver here. It's some sort of a cantina. I do not recognize the interior of this cantina, so I don't think we have seen it before. And she's part of the New Republic, fellas. All right, I looked it up and I know her character name is, check my note. Her character name is Colonel Ward, leader of the Republic Adelphi Ranger. So she's one of those ranger fellas. And they are meeting in a cantina that we don't know about. Apparently she's looking at sort of space coordinates or map. It's all of these things. Does anyone recognize this map or this interface? Let me know. But it is kind of high tech for Star Wars, isn't it? To have a tablet that is transparent back and forth like this. It's like the giant display they have at the Rebel base in Hoth, but a tiny one. It's kind of for a portable version, don't you think? Anyway, we don't know what they're doing, but as they are negotiating, Baby Yoda is trying to steal some snacks here. They seem to be some sort of chips or cookies. I wonder what these are. Wait a minute, is this the same cantina we were talking about? Wait a minute, are they meeting in the cantina where Teva and the Mandalorian met before? Is this the same thing? We know there's the brewery here. We've seen that before, right? All right, anyway, let's focus on Grogu first as he tries to steal some snacks. Sigourney was like, nope, you ain't getting that. It's mine. Ah, well, I wonder. Wait a minute. Okay. So is this the same cantina that we have Mandalorian Djarin met Teva at? All right, let me check. I think it is because wait a minute. I just remembered. She's the Adelphi Ranger, and this cantina is at Adelphi. So this must be the same cantina that they met Teva and Zeb. Zeb was here. Zeb was here at the cantina, and there was a scene in The Mandalorian where they put the directors of The Mandalorian in these seats as cameos. Jon Favreau and whoever else was there. I forgot her name. But yeah, this is the cantina at Adelphi, and you're not getting it now. All right, well, what is this place? What is this place? The problem with identifying this place is that there are so many places like this in the Star Wars universe, just neons with Aurebesh. But here's the problem. We are looking at this upside down. So around we go. And that's Aurebesh. And I think it's reflected, right? So we got, all right. All right, so we're gonna rotate this 180, mirror that, and now we got, and I got my Aurebesh table here. Round, so better. All right, take a look. What do we got here? First one is S. Note here about it. Next one, what is that? What is this worm? Not this one. How come this is not in the Aurebesh alphabet? There's a 1, there's an I here. There's this C, it's the VT here. Y, this one, right? It's this one. Why is there a line here? Hold up. What's going on with this Aurebesh? We're missing 2 letters. S-I-C-Y. But I'm not sure if this is Y because we are missing a line on side of. Hold up. Okay. Oh, it's this one. It's E, as in esk. No, what about this one? We still couldn't find this one. Worm, like a C start, and it's a. Is it this one? Is it P? Oh, it is P. This spells spice. S-P-I-C-E, spice. All right. Let's figure out the next one. What is this one? That's a T with a note E. This looks like this one, but there's a diagonal line through it. What is this one? Wait a minute. Is this supposed to be H? Hold on. All right. Let's chalk it in for H for now because it starts with a T, so that's probably an H. It's supposed to be this one, but there's a diagonal line in it. That's an E. Okay, what is this one? It's this one, but there's a line through. It's like this one, but there's a line through. It's a D. This one, D. And then another E. What is this one? Saw that before. Oh, the den. T-H-E-D-E-N. The den. Okay, the den. All right. Let's see. Which one do we want to do next? Let's look at this white one. All right, move. Navigate it better. Is this the best shot we got? All right, yeah, clear what that is. But at least the image is frozen, so sliding through the frames doesn't matter. Okay, let's take a look at that then a bit. Okay, what do we got here? All right, I think we got better resolution this time. And let's take a look. What is this? It's cut off at the end. Oh, there's a sort of V here, so I think that's S. All right, I put my notepad there so you can see what we got so far. All right, we got an S. The next one will be a T. This one. The letter 7 is an R. S-T-R-E. S-T-R-E. That's an E. What's the next one here? It's kind of get blocked, but we got another T at the end. So I am guessing these 2 letters are the same. These 2 letters are the same. So I'm guessing that would be street. Yeah. Okay. But how about these green ones right there? So we got a C. This one that looks like a K is an A. Okay, what is this? It's so unclear and I have never encountered that before. Which one could it? That's an F right there. Let me guess. That is supposed to be an E again, which makes it a street cafe. All right, I'll take it. All right, the next one. Where are the next Aurebesh? I know there's a bunch of them. Do you want to do these ones in the corner? They're kind of hard to see. Let's see. Let's do one of those. All right, we go. Which one is rather clearly legible? All right, these ones, they are clearly very hard to read. So we're gonna do this one next. That starts with, all right, that's these line. That's an H, right? Okay, these 2 are rather indecipherable. I'm gonna guess it's E because there's a thingy there that goes down. I have no idea. It's rather unclear. But the next one is just a square. So that's this one. That's O. What is this one? Has some kind of a square root at the start. Is that an N or is that a P? I'm guessing that's a P. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And then the one that looks like an X. Is it an A? Is that an A? Is that supposed to be an A? That's a C, right? A, C, E. So that might not be an O. I think that's an S? I don't know. Is that an S? I have no idea. Let's keep it at O for now. And then the next one is Y. And the triangle is another E, as in O-net, E-O. Is that it? Or is this the one? All right, I'm gonna go on a limb. It's this one. U square. This one has a tail on top. Oh, it's a U, right? It's a U, as in usk. And then another 7 space yours. And then A and the 7 with a dash. We know what a 7 with a dash is, right? R, as before. So I don't know what the next one is. It's rather illegible, but that looks like a Y. It's a line with a thingy on top. That means that must be this one. That's a V, and I think that's another E right there. So yeah, it's a half translated thing, but he space your arrival. So maybe, I don't know what this is. They better not be putting in gibberish. But once the movie came out, we get a clear shot of what that is. If we get a clear shot of what this is, we're gonna come back to this and look at it again. But for now, we got another one that we can look at, right? Okay, so this one is an H and an A. We put this like this, we can read it better. Okay, that's an H and then an A. And what's this one? That's an L. And then the next one is a C. Then the V is a Y. I think you know what this is. I think you know what this is. You can guess the next two letters, and you can guess the last letter. We know what this is, right? The Mandalorian is coming to Halcyon. You remember Halcyon? Where is that? Remember that? Do you remember that? What is the Halcyon? It's a Halcyon class Star Destroyer, but it's also a planet, right? Oh, wait a minute. Is this? Oh, that's right. Yeah, remember the Halcyon? It's the Halcyon Star Cruiser from the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser experience. So the Mandalorian is somewhere with an ad for the Halcyon. Maybe this is the Halcyon thing. Probably not. Probably not. But there's a reference to the Halcyon right there in the Galactic Star Cruiser. All right. Next, we're going to take a look at this big one right there. All right. Ooh, too big. Okay. Let's take a look at this. And what is that? 3 vertical line. That's going to be a C. Well, the sign is cut off on the left and the right. There's a bit of a black thing there. I don't know if that's a shadow or whatever, but it's cut off. We got to see the tail of something here. There's a hook there. There's a C, and then I think there's the I think that's an H. I think that's an H. I don't know what this is. All right, it's cut off to the right again. I can't make it out. I don't know what this is, but that's a C and an H. All right, that's it. I think that's all we can glean out of this, because the rest of it is just too blurry to figure out. Oh, maybe we can take a look at this. Maybe we can take a look at this one on the bottom here. Is it possible? Because the bit towards the end is kind of blurred, and I'm not sure what these are, but there's an M there. Is there an Aurebesh in the shape of an M? Nope, I don't see it. I don't see an M there. There's a down arrow. That's a T, H, and the E. So that's a THE, the one in the middle there. That's a the. Take a look. That's a the. Don't know what this is. All right, it's kind of too blurry to make out anything, but that's sort of a curve, curves down and curves up. I don't know what letter that is. Seeing this, but it curves in the other way. It curves inward, not out. Don't know what this is. Don't know what that is. Just too blurry to figure out anything. There's that square root thing again. Maybe that's an H. This H. This H. No, I don't know what that is. There's a VI. There's an there's this one again. That's an E. It's another E. That's an I. Okay, that's another way to write the, right? The. Wait a minute. This is an H. It's this one. This H, right? I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But that's an E. That's this one. I don't know what this is. It's curving the wrong way. All right, I can't figure it out. I don't know. Sorry, fellas. That's the best I can do on this one with this resolution. All right, I think that's everything. We can figure it out. It's fun to figure out that there's a reference to the Halcyon right there, and there's still a bunch more writing here, but I don't think we can make out anything by the looks of it. Okay, next one. Where are we fighting at? Where are we fighting at? Have we seen this bar before? Because it seems all looks so familiar. This looks like a bar from that movie, The Greatest Showman. That's what I got from here. So yeah, that's probably not it, but that's the kind of design that reminds me the look of a bar from The Greatest Showman, and also the bar from Alita, Battle Angel. It's one of those futuristic bar location, and it's looking like Star Wars only because of these lights up here, these 2 lights. Otherwise, it looks like just another sci-fi bar, and he kicks someone. Do we know who this is? He kicks someone, But that is this side of the bar. So these two shots are not interconnected unless they have two of the same bar mirrored front and back. He is kicking this guy to the back of this bar right there. Slams him. I think we can even make out some of the stuff here, right? See? That's the jar up there. That's that jar right there. You see it. So these are not the same shots. He kicks him somewhere, but this was thrown back. This guy was thrown back towards the bar. Is it even the same guy? You know, this guy is wearing a brown trench coat. And this back of the bar is destroyed already. Wait a minute. The racks are destroyed, right? There's supposed to be a bunch of stuff in there. So that shot, you see this bottle falling down in that box? That's the box right there. That's the box that fell down here. So this shot happens before this shot of the Mandalorian kicking this guy. I'm guessing this is a different guy because this is a brown trench coat and this is a maroon colored coat of some kind. So yeah, these two shots are not connected with one another. That's kind of tricky. All right. Anyway, you got the baby, and I think I've seen this alien before, but I forgot the name. Is there anything interesting here? The same shot. There's the circular lamp. So this is the same bar. Maybe they're talking after. Oh, yeah, that's probably it. Next is this guy. I have never seen this guy before. He looks CG, and by the looks of it, unfinished CG, because the water splashes doesn't really interact with it. It kind of cuts into the model a bit there. So this guy is probably CG because of the way his face moves. I have no idea what this snake alien is about. Never seen them before. I'm looking forward to find out what that was about. But we got the Razor Crest back, including the knob. They still have the knob there. All right. So Grogu, is he supposed to press that button or is he playing with it? Either way, apparently the Mandalorian don't care. We're just gonna fire up the Razor Crest, just like old times, right? This is exactly like before. I mean, it is a production model. The Razor Crest is an ST-70 production model. So just like when you drop into one Honda Accord to another, it might seem familiar. And yeah, you know what's cool about this shot? This chest plate right there. It reflects the front part of the cockpit, and there's no camera there. It's kind of cool. I wonder if the camera is just right there in the center and is blocked by this diamond-shaped thing so they don't see it. Or was this entirely replaced with CGI? It'd be insane, but that's the kind of insanity that Star Wars is probably doing. Crazy how... Okay, the helmet is definitely... That's definitely CGI, right? Because there's no camera right in front of him. Unless that's the camera right there. But I don't think so. It's totally cool. We can see the entirety of the cockpit from here. All right, wait a minute. The Razor Crest, we got a good shot. The front part of here again. Wait a minute. Oh, that's a good shot right there. Yeah. And the laser shots are firing from the back. So we know they are being chased by some... Wait a minute. That's not a TIE fighter. What is this? Hold up. Are these Vulture droids? Tell me these are Vulture droids, right? I don't know, but the CGI doesn't look like it's finished because how it blends with the clouds looks just like After Effects thing. But anyway, these are probably the Vulture droids, right? You know, the one from Revenge of the Sith. It was an old pre-Imperial tech. What's it doing here? Anyway, Grogu is swimming. What are we gonna look at it from here? But anyway, why does that look like a CGI Grogu? The water interaction looks good. So this is probably a puppet that they use because of the water interaction with the physics. But why does that face screams so much CG to me? I think it's the mouth. There's water in the mouth too. I don't know. It looks really cool. They use puppets there, probably enhanced by CG. It's probably not finished. But this one, I think... It's gotta be fun to be playing with this Grogu puppet underwater and make him swim like this, right? It's gonna be a fun shot they did that day. Anyway, that was really cool. But yeah, where are we at? So a bunch of stormtroopers. These are the classic models, I think. Someone with a better catalog of helmet can probably identify this helmet with a black patch in the back, because I think the other guy has a black patch in the back too. So I don't know what model is this. Shooting at this guy. Who is this? Wait a minute. I know that ear from a mile away. Hello, Zeb. What are you doing here? He's smacking that. Oh my god, that's a really cool shot. Do you see that? He broke the front part of the helmet and you can see the guy's face inside. That was really cool. All right, that's Zeb smacking a stormtrooper in the face. Just jumping on walls. He probably just finished with these guys. Got shot at, dodges it, hits him. All right, next a bunch of Babu Frikses. I think this one is Babu Frik and these two are, I don't know which is which. They all look the same to me. But I'm guessing this is Babu Frik right there, because of the design. This looks different. That is another guy. All right, so there's gonna be an alliance between Grogu and the Babu Frikses. I wonder what this is gonna be about. They're going somewhere. And is this the same cart that we saw some stormtroopers were guarding at? Remember that? Right there. Is this the same cart? Was that the same cart? Tell me, was that the same speeder? It does seem like that there is some sort of compartment there, but it may just be the pointy front part. All right, go look at that. Probably, but I don't think so. No, these are different. And this guy. You do know what ship that is, right? You do know what model this ship is, right? That's the U-Wing, the UT-60D. That's Cassian Andor's make and model ship. The same make and model that Cassian Andor used. And looks like the Mandalorian is flying straight to it. Gonna land there. But something we know for sure, that this cannot be Cassian Andor's ship, because it got blown up at the end of Rogue One. So this is another Republic ship. Same make and model, U-Wing. And yeah, it's pretty nice to see this ship again. It's one of the coolest design ever. We got Muscle Bro Jabba the Hutt. It's not Jabba the Hutt. I think this is Rotta the Hutt. You remember Rotta from the Rebel series? Holy crap, that muscle. Look at that. He's a goddamn champion and everybody loves him. So we're going to get another one of those gambling house UFC type location again, and Jabba the Hutt's probably going to kill something here. Rotta the Hutt is probably going to kill something here. Pretty cool. And we know the Mandalorians are there with Grogu and Menitnak. Seen this before, but I don't remember what that is. And if anyone remember what this is, let me know in the comments. I would like to identify this particular snack box right there. I know I've seen it before, but it just doesn't come up in my brain library right now. It can't be the one that they bought at the is that anyway. We are getting a bunch of new droids, giant droids. Have I seen this? So the Mandalorian's gonna be fighting these droids. They do seem familiar, don't they? They look like the Carbonite war droid from The Force Unleashed for whatever reason, but I don't know if these are the same ones, especially this guy. That's a different design, but that reminds me of the Ninjago Lego droid thingy for whatever reason. But anyway, we're getting two giant droids and the Mandalorian fighting them. And this guy, who is this guy? The design kind of reminds me of one of those monsters in the Star Wars chess game, the Hollow Chest. So this is the same stage as we saw Rotta the Hutt doing his aura farming just now. And looking at the Mandalorian fighting these. Oh, this is the same guy, right? This is just the same guy. They made it look like there are two guys, this one on the left screaming and this guy on the right being choked, but I think this is just the same guy. So the Mandalorian fights them, and somehow Rotta the Hutt is going to be in the pit doing something, and as we can see, this is during a fight, so the pit has these laser barricade thing, and also the doors are barricaded, the laser barrier is on, and the way. Oh, wait, something is blowing up, and we have chair here, and he's flying off. So this is the interior of these AT-ATs, right? Flying out. But the problem is, so already on fire, but on this shot, the explosion just started. So I don't know if this is the same shot or not, but that's the neck part of the AT-AT. This is, well, what this is not the AT-AT from the New Hope. This is the AT-AT prototype. Is this the same AT-AT that blows up? Is it just delayed because they were blowing up right around the chest here, and as the Mandalorian goes out, something in the middle compartment explodes with it? Or was this supposed to be just, you know, the same? Or was this supposed to be different AT-AT? I don't know. We'll find out, because these can be quite tricky. Even this one, even this two-shot, they are not the same AT-AT. As you can see, the body of this AT-AT got obliterated and the top part flew off there. The top part is missing. The entire top part of this thing is gone. But in the next shot, the top part is still there. So these two shots are not connected with one another. What I want to know is the top of this is closed. So this cannot be the AT-AT where the Mandalorian flew out of, because we know the hatch is open on this one and he flew out of it, and he flew out of this one, so that cannot be that one. So these three shots, there's a possibility that these three shots have nothing to do with one another, nothing to do at all. This guy falls off. It's a really cool shot of them falling down. Is this the same AT-AT? I think these two shots are the same. Falls down. So they are probably destroying these bunches instead of, you know, instead of the Mandalorian just blowing up one of them. It is possible that they were attacking this convoy and destroying a bunch of them, and this might be the second one, but it's definitely not this one. Definitely not this one, because that hatch is closed. Definitely not these two right now, unless somehow the side hatch got blown open or whatever as the Mandalorian attacks these two. So what I'm guessing is this might be the first one that got destroyed in an ambush of somehow. And apparently we can work out what kind of damage this one has. Yeah, so the body is not destroyed. This guy broke his leg, hits the side of the cliff, and then falls over on the other side. Yeah, so this one got probably, you know, step on a mine or something, or somebody shoots the leg on it and it falls down. That's how this guy goes down. But the other two, they're not going anywhere. It's going to be there. So those two are probably going to be the next target. This is just a start. And we have the new title, The Mandalorian and Grogu, in the style of Indiana Jones titles, which is taken from the old movies, the 30s, 40s, 60s, before the 60s. In the old movies, Star Wars, Mandalorian, and Grogu. It's shot for IMAX, which means this was not shot with IMAX cameras, but shot with cameras that are certified for IMAX. What the heck is this? Is this a Dianoga rat? It's got one eye. It's got the body of... It looks like a rat. It's big. And Grogu blasts him. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the same tunnel as before? Because that would be the lights that's coming out from that side, right? Oh, that's the other guy. So the shot from earlier. All right, let me clip this so we can we can easily find it later. This shot, where is it? It's at the start. First saw Grogu, this guy, Babu Frik. Then Grogu walks by, and then we saw a light that comes in. That's probably another one of Babu's species guy. Can you see one of these fellas behind, you know, flashing light behind, and he fires at it. He's wearing his sigil. He's got an armor. Look at this. I didn't notice that before. He's wearing a sigil, an armor on his chest. That's his family sigil. Do you remember that? All right. He's wearing a satchel, just like Indiana Jones. But do we see this tip of the cylinder thing that we thought looked like the lightsaber? No, it's not there. That's just the sigil shield. We're not seeing it. So, is it possible that we were not seeing the sign of a lightsaber, but actually just this part of the reflection of his family sigil right there. That is possible. It looks like this, right? Yeah, that could probably be it. Just an artifact compression. That's his shield, his family sigil. Oh, absolutely not. That's a hook. That's his satchel. This thing is protruding out of his satchel. You see that? That's his satchel right there. And this thing is sticking out of his satchel. So yeah, let's take a look at that. We don't see it on this angle. Nothing is protruding out of his satchel right here. Is it possible it was protruding right here, but they just digitally hide it because there is some sort of a, you see that black smudge shenanigan right there? Possibly? I don't know. But yeah, something is sticking out of his satchel that looks like the tip of a lightsaber, but it's gone from this shot. We know it's gone from this shot. So yeah, what could it be? I don't know. We'll find out. Is it in this shot? No, it's also gone from this shot. And we catch a glimpse of it. Nope, it's gone shot. All right, May 2026. And we'll find out May 2026. And that is Mandalorian and Grogu. Thanks for watching. We frame by framed it. We found a bunch of tiny little hidden details. And yeah, see you in the next video.